Have you gotten yours yet? Have you gotten the shot? Unfortunately, it's looking like it's going to be quite some time before I'm eligible, but I'm happy for the people who are already getting it. Slowly but surely, our frontline medical personnel and the more, shall we say, experienced people in our country are getting vaccinated from COVID-19. This is great news for these folks and the people who love them, because not only are they safe from this potentially deadly virus, but they finally get to go back out in the world that many of them have been avoiding for the last year. Thanks to a couple of shots, after having to stay away from restaurants, grocery stores, shopping centers, family gatherings, and even church, these fortunate individuals can now safely venture out of their homes for the first time in months. And as things progress, hopefully sooner than later, that same shot will get the rest of us ready to get back out there and enjoy some semblance of normalcy. That is, after all, what shots are for, isn't it? They get us ready to go out into the world. That's what vaccines do. We don't even bat an eye to illnesses that once struck fear into the hearts of masses. When my kids went to school, they didn't have to be afraid of mumps or measles or rubella or polio or even the chicken pox. There's a shot for that. Now, that's not to say the shot itself wasn't scary, but that's what they needed to prepare them for the road ahead. A week from today, we will once again enter the season of Lent. During these 40 days, Christians take time to focus on their sinfulness and brokenness as they journey to the cross. For those of us who follow the lectionary, the reading prior to Ash Wednesday is always the same: the Transfiguration. Scripture tells the story of when Jesus went up a mountain with Peter, James, and John. While they were there, something amazing happened. All of a sudden, the Lord's clothes became whiter than any bleach could make them. And then Moses and Elijah showed up and started talking with Jesus. It was so incredible that Peter suggested that they stay there. But then a cloud overshadowed them, and from the cloud the voice of God spoke, "This is my Son, the beloved. Listen to him." Now, throughout the ages, theologians have tried to explain what all this meant and what it said about Jesus. But honestly, I think this story is more about what happened to the disciples than it is what happened to Christ. You see, while observing Lent is always a challenging time for believers, it pales in comparison to what the first disciples witnessed. Less than a week before they went up that mountain, Jesus had boldly announced that they'd be going to Jerusalem and that he'd be betrayed, arrested, mocked, beaten, and killed. As soon as they went down that mountain, that's exactly what was in store for them. So it's no wonder why Peter wanted to stay. Wouldn't you? So you see, the Transfiguration didn't happen because Jesus needed clean clothes or because Moses and Elijah just wanted to hang out with him. It happened because Peter, James, and John were about to face the most difficult trial of their lives, and they needed to be ready. They needed a boost of faith to carry them through. They needed a shot in the arm to prepare them for what was coming. And the Transfiguration was that shot. So, my friend, how are you being prepared to go out and face the world? How is the Lord making you ready for what lies ahead? What kind of shot in the arm is God giving you today? I'm Pastor Stephen Mims, and that's your word for Wednesday. May God bless you.